everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Builds. Well, as you can see, the wheels on the bus have changed. Most of the guys are up there in New England at a model show this weekend, so we got some great guys to sit in with us. We'll start with our dear friend, Mr. BG. Say hey, Mr. BG.
Well, hello, everybody. And I got to ask, Mike, did you change the music for the opening?
I did.
Okay, I was going to say that's yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
That's definitely something. I like it loud and in your face. When we added the new podcast clip, we changed the music up a little bit. Which, well, we'll get to that in just a second. And our other guest, Mr. Logan Hansen. Now, Logan, you're new to the Sunday Bills. Is this your first time on the cam? Well, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Logan is I met Logan on the Discord for the Insanity. If you guys watch the Insanity show at all in the Friday workbench, Logan was on recently and look at there. We didn't even get a chance to tell him that he was going to be late. He is here now. Mr. Tooch in the house. But Logan was on and he does a lot of the demolition. He does a lot of stuff, period. But the weathering and demolition derby cars that he does is pretty freaking amazing. Really, really cool stuff.
Oh, cool. You know what? Now I know who to send my models to that don't turn out.
Right. Instead of throwing them away, send them to Logan. He'll pick them right up.
Yeah.
I've got enough of my own that don't turn out good.
Who we got in the chat? Ooh, hey, hi, Rick.
We got a bunch of folks in there. Brian's in there. Craig Jones.
Charlton, hello.
How we doing, sir? Skated in at the last minute, but I get it. He's getting set up. We'll give him a minute to get set up. He literally just came skating in.
To let him know we're live, just in case.
That's it. Well, yeah, I'll let him know. He's got his. I'm pretty sure he's got his mic on. He knows we're live.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. We're live.
Yeah, I know you're live.
Okay. Didn't know if you were going to start cussing something.
No, I'm not going to cuss. I'm not Rob Rick.
You can cuss. I didn't know if you were going to start cussing something.
No,
and that's why we like you, Steve.
Yeah, because I'm not Rob Rick.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I can only spend so much time with my new boss, you know what I mean?
Woo, look at what Tooch has got. Narcos wins Dragster. Super cool car. Super cool.
I picked that up for somebody.
Did you?
In our group. Yeah.
Nice.
I remember building the other one, Don Garlett's. I remember it was the Big Daddy, right? I remember building that one. I remember building the 1/16 scale one, too.
Sweet.
Yeah, some of those 1/16 ones are pretty neat. They came with plug wires and good tires and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I guess I got to start this Camaro, huh?
Yep. That's something exciting for us. Now, those of us that know Tooch know he's more of a armor, artillery type guy. Would you say that's your wheelhouse?
Yeah, armored cars, artillery, figures. A lot of figures on this table that are in various stages of work.
Well,
I haven't built a civilian car since the Reagan administration.
Wow.
Wow. That's pretty much going to stop being cool. So,
well, maybe technically this is a civilian, but it's post World War II, and I did it. There's one photograph of this 3-wheeled German vehicle in with the American colors.
Well, that's cool.
One photograph. So I built
one
it.
photograph.
Yeah. So.
But it's only got 3 wheels. It's technically
it's more like a motorcycle engine, I think.
Yeah.
That's neat.
So
we got him converted over. He's going to start working on
I
that
did build a Jeep.
Camaro on the show, so we're excited about having him on there.
I got a Jeep.
That's a Jeep. That's something. That's got rubber tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice little tack-on kit.
That's it. Tiffany's in the house. Brian's in the house. Dave. Let me see. We got half Norm from Half-Ass Model Garage. What's up, Norm? And
that's another great channel name.
That is a great channel name. I would steal that if he didn't already have it. And he's a fellow Floridian, so I can't steal it and hope it's obscure because he knows where I'm at.
Knows where you live.
Ani Works Lewis says, "What's up, guys? First time hitting the live. Well, welcome. Usually he watches while at work on the night shift, so he usually watches the rerun. But Glad you made it live tonight, buddy. Welcome. Ray, welcome. But like I was saying, you can tell we got the wheels on the bus are a little bit different this week. The guys are mostly up there in New England at the show, I believe, in Massachusetts.
At the Heritage Museum.
It's Heritage Con.
Heritage Con, PacCon, something like that. I'm not sure which one it
PacCon.
is.
I think it's PacCon.
Because they've got another one next weekend as well.
I never listen to Jason when he reads off all the different shows.
Right.
I'm usually have my mic muted and I'm writing down my own notes about stuff.
Brian's up that way. He probably was there, or for sure probably knows which one is that and can clear it up for us. I'm sure we'll hear about that one later. Well, so talking about earlier during our introduction and while we changed the music and all, the new Model Mania podcast has officially dropped. I believe you can find it right now on Apple, and probably within a day or so you can find it on all.
It's on Spotify right now.
It's on Spotify right now. I checked a little while ago; it wasn't there yet, but
I just got a text.
It's up on Spotify and it's up on Apple, and I'm sure you'll find it within a day or so on all of your podcast formats. That is the new podcast that myself, Mr. BG, Brian, Justin, and Jody are all part of. We're super excited for that. We're under the Insanity umbrella, so got a great platform to work off of, and we're excited about that. This will be our first formal podcast as a team, so I hope everybody likes it. Go check it out, please, please, please. Like we always say, give it a rating for us. So hopefully a 5-star rating. But BG, I want to thank you. Now you did BG does all the editing for that, puts everything together. So thank you, Mr. BG, for all your hard work on that.
Thank you.
I got to tell you about that last night. Riv was in panic mode because he texted BG, wanted to know if he was done because he sent him the last ad spot. Rob was like a little old lady waiting for his grandchild to call him back.
Riv in panic mode. Tooch, that never happened.
Yep, I was up till 1 a.m. last night.
That's funny.
I cannot find the tire set. Oh, it's right there. Dang it.
Well, I was coming back from Mooresville last night, and of course, you can't really be watching what's going on a phone screen at 10 o'clock at night when you're driving 80 miles an hour down the road. So I turned on the Discord and just threw the phone in the seat and ran the audio through the speakers in the car, and was just laughing and giggling all the way home.
Well, if you don't know how to watch a video and drive at 80 miles an hour at 10 o'clock at night, then you're not going to do well here in Arizona.
Apparently that's the norm out there, huh?
It is. If you're not doing that, something's wrong. You're going to get pulled over.
That's it. Wow. So, but we had a great show. I was up there at the Mooresville show. Got to hang out with some cool dudes up there. We did a 10 questions for a modeler and had some really good people in for that. I'm going to get that edited up probably after today's show, and hopefully get that posted up for everybody to see. I actually was I was the Fred Henry for the day. I felt so much taller and so much more handsome, but then I actually found myself and realized it was just me and it didn't count. So,
oh dang it! Short-term memory failure. This is the gold. That is the silver.
Here we go. History in the making.
History in the making. Tooch is opening up his car model. Woohoo!
It's going to be like the Well of Souls and Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Right. Smell that styrene.
Smell that styrene. Should I run this through the dishwasher to degrease it? I'm not sure. Do they still use
I would
spray?
I would dare say not.
Yeah. All
right. Thank God Justin's not here.
The thoughts and views expressed by Tooch are not necessarily those of the rest of the hosts of the live cast.
Oh, throwing me under already.
That's the infamous BG quote. I love it.
Yeah,
I've tried to use it, but I usually screw it up.
Yeah, well, Jody actually threw that at me in the podcast in like the first 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, really?
You stole my line.
Really? Okay. That's how we're going to play this.
That's funny.
And I'm like, all right, let's get started.
So Tooch, is this going to be like the first Camaro that's ever been built in a World War I camouflage scheme, or?
No. I've got here on my desk 1969 Le Mans Blue Metallic. That's the color I need to find.
All right.
Because that's the color of my father's car, and I will dig through somewhere. There's a container over here of family photos, and I believe I do have a photograph of it.
Let me see if I can help with that.
That's a hard color to find. You got lemons blue? No, we don't have lemons blue.
Even if they don't have an exact match, Tooch, check MCW paints.
Yeah.
They had a dark turquoise that matched a turquoise that Chrysler had in the '60s that I used on one of my builds.
MCW uses factory color codes, right?
Yep. Yes,
Yeah.
For a lot of them.
I got a tour of his shop several years ago when we were in the area in Sanford, North Carolina. Great place, and he's an awesome guy. Michael is.
Mm-hmm.
There it is, right there, Mr. Tooch. 1969 Chevrolet 71 Le Mans Blue Metallic. Scale Finishes has it. You get the base coat for 2 ounces of the base coat for $12.99. Airbrush ready.
Ooh, airbrush.
Let me know when you're ready. We'll hook you up. I got a
All
discount.
right,
I got a discount code from there, and we'll get you hooked up on it. But he does offer it, so that's awesome. Le Mans Blue. Let's see what I missed.
Mike's just for future reference, Mike has a discount code for discount codes.
I do have a discount code for it.
It's like extreme couponing scale model edition.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You want a pallet of models? You want a pallet of paint? Go see Mike.
I can hook it right up. George Riaz, what's up, my friend? Dave McGibbon. Ooh, full house tonight, buddy. It's rolling.
Let me put a question to the viewers.
Absolutely. Hang on. You want to go? We'll put you up here on the big screen. Let me get my picture ready. Not removed from stage. I want to expand you, not kick you off.
I was like, I'm
There we go. There you
That's
are.
awesome.
Now you're a big boy.
Oh, this would be cool. It's on a green background. It's got a green car. So here is the Porsche 917K in Park Green from Tamiya. And I'm like, what do you think? Is it close enough to the box art? Since you can't really see the box art very well.
Well, that's an awful Polaroid from 1964.
Oh, yeah, dude. In the rain from 400 feet away, blown up. Yeah.
And
So I'm like,
pixelated like a mug.
and then, of course, the color codes are like green. I'm like, oh, cool.
Just pick
Thanks,
a green. Any green.
I'm trying to do the side of the box art.
I
color.
think that's a lot closer. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's just a teensy bit darker, but I was using a very light primer. But I think we may have captured the essence of it.
I think so.
So
By the time you get all the livery on it, it'll either
once
brighten
you
it up or tone it down.
hide all the color, and then we had to hide scoops that were here on either side, and then there were raised mold areas for the roundels that were supposed to go on for a different race version, which we hid. Got a little sinkhole right there I did my best with, but I didn't quite get it 100%. And then on the nose, right on the nose, had to fill in an area right there, and then on either side of the hood had to fill all that in, and then drill these guys out. So there was a lot of body. Oh, and then fill this panel in right here. A lot of body work on this thing, driving me crazy. But there we go. Cool.
That's all part of it, right?
Well, thank you, Brian Connell.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, worst box art ever, dude.
It is the worst box art ever.
Now, if only Riv was around to tell that guy how to take pictures back then, the box art pictures would be so much better.
If he was here now, the next 2 hours would be about how to take pictures of your model correctly.
Right. I think I might cut this box out and frame it, just because.
Frame it.
Because it
sign
looks like one of those photo collages when you take 1,000 photos and put them together so you can make an image out of the photos.
Oh yeah.
What is it? Oh, it's like it's Darth Vader. Oh, I see. Okay.
RPM games. And with RPM games, he says to think they had to have had many other images to use, but for some reason they were able to use that one. Maybe a licensing thing.
You know what? There's not that many images out there of the actual race car. Anything I find is of the model that was built.
I was going to say, and most of the 917s you see pictures of are in the Gulf liveries.
Mm-hmm. Or Martini or anything else.
Is that the 917K or just the 917?
It's the 917K.
Okay.
Yeah. Driven by Tetsu Ikuzawa.
Well, you could do what I did, BG.
A very, very popular driver in Japan.
For the Porsche build that the group build that I got involved with, I took that old yellow Porsche, painted it black, and put the Pink Country Time NASCAR stickers on it.
I remember that.
I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do with that one. Isn't pronouncing Japanese names a lot of fun? Yeah, I'm not very good at it either.
Well, yeah, I don't want to offend anybody, but yeah, I did my best. And if you're reading along with the sound turned off, I apologize to the computer that's trying to the AI system that's trying to decipher that.
Right. We do have a gentleman, John, that's hearing impaired, and he usually comes in here. He may be in here now. I hadn't seen him, but he may be in here now. But we went through a whole process to be able to get him to be able to listen. StreamYard doesn't have a closed caption where YouTube does, but we turned it all on, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, YouTube's. I was trying to be kind when we were on our last trip. I couldn't sleep, so I turned on my tablet and I was trying to watch YouTube videos. I left my headphones in the car, so I was just trying to read along what was going on. And I was reading the captions from YouTube. I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this. This is a guy building a dump truck out of a military pickup truck, and he's trying to make a dump truck out of it. And the captions were just like all over the place. I'm like, I think the guy's speaking Klingon.
It could be. Tooch, you asked earlier if you needed to wash your kit before you got started. Ken from Model Building and Retirement says, Tooch, I use a 3,000 PSI pressure washer to pre-clean my
Oh, that's outstanding. So that's just a below sandblasting. That's
right. A little bit more than that, you're going to start taking the edges off.
So does that mean that you don't have to take the parts off the trees because they just come right? You just have them
close them off
into a colander on the wall or something like that.
I was going to say the trick then is finding the parts.
Yeah.
You thought
I know a guy
could eat parts. What about the driveway where the pressure washer is?
An old friend of mine was telling me a story about how he was washing parts in a sink without one of those little traps in the sink and lost a part down there. He ended up spending the whole rest of the evening taking the sink apart to get that part out. And I'm like, why didn't you just scratch make the part? He goes, no, I wanted that part. I was going to get that part out. He won. His wife was not happy.
Well, yeah, you got to have it there. That trap, it's only right there in the trap. That's the part that gets you, right? It's like, it's right there. It doesn't matter if it's a part or a ring or, it's right there in the trap. And it just seems like, well, I just unscrew this, and the trap falls out.
Right. Well, if it's that easy.
The bottom of the sink and get all that stuff. And
$300 later and a call to the
$300 later and 2 lumps on the back of the head from where she's hit you with a dirty frying pan because it had to be a dirty frying pan because you couldn't wash the dishes because you got the sink locked up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that if she dropped her ring down the sink, it would have been like, oh, well.
Right.
But that second carburetor or whatever it was, no, that's coming back.
That's coming back. Exactly.
We'd like to talk to you about your car warranty.
That's a buddy of mine, but
I thought it was Riv calling you directly. Hey, don't be talking about my photography on the live stream.
Hey guys, wait. What are you doing?
yeah.
When are you going to have another podcast done? Come on.
Did you listen to the commercial he made for you guys?
Yes.
The AI kept screwing up the last part.
Yeah. He did a good job, though. I thought he actually really did do it.
Oh yeah. You definitely, if you want him to do books on tape for you, he's your guy.
Yeah, he's the guy for sure. When he's not cussing you out, he actually got a voice that he could be.
Sounds like a typical cable television or local radio access
right
commercial.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic.
I could see him doing books on tape.
Yeah, like Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Casino.
He only reads the Joe Pesci lines.
Yeah. I was watching Back to School today, the movie Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield, and I haven't seen the beginning of the movie in a while, and I start laughing. My wife turns to me, "What's so funny?" I go, "Remember when he sat there and he told the woman, he goes, I got this, you should go to my tall and fat store. No disrespect."
No disrespect.
I was like, hey, wait, we've heard that before. That comes out of Rob's mouth every time he says something.
No disrespect. And right. Whatever follows no disrespect, whatever follows that is very disrespectful. Oh. he just know he may not mean it that way, but it's gonna hurt.
Every military movie or TV show, there's always that one subordinate that's like, "With all due respect, sir." I'm like, "Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes the lack of respect."
RPM, that's a good question. I personally haven't seen it. Have any of you guys, or do you guys know if Molotov makes a copper paint pen?
No, I don't think they do. However, I'm just going to keep saying "however" till I open every drawer and find the set. Here you go.
I'm doing the same thing, BG.
I got these on Amazon. And they have some pretty nice gold markers that have, let's see. There's like a BG style, and then here's like a Mike Outlaw style. So,
There you go.
One's a little bit rounder than the other. Like, I think this is a 2 millimeter. Oh, yeah, that's a 3 millimeter. And then this one's 1 millimeter. And
now, is that gold or copper?
These are gold. These are gold, and they actually work pretty darn well. But for copper, gosh, I don't have a copper pen. Sharpie does have a copper pen, as a matter of fact.
But here's something. Now you take that copper, right?
Uh-huh.
AK Interactive has put out a wax. It's part of their true metal line. I have the old bronze and brass, but I don't have copper, gold, and silver, and it's wax, and you don't need much. Justin swear buys this. So if you use that copper Sharpie, right? Yeah, the true metals. That's supposed to, if you use that Sharpie, that goes on kind of flat. If you add this to that, it will make it look realistic.
Oh, so you use a Sharpie as a base, and then you add that to the top of it.
Yeah, to give you the look. Yeah.
Does it help protect the Sharpie, because that stuff will rub off super easy?
Yeah, I don't know. I would experiment on a mule, on a paint mule. I wouldn't experiment on a plastic extruded spoon, only because it's a different surface. It's not the actual same plastic makeup, right. But I would try it on a mule and see how it works. But I think it should work, and it might even give you a better finish, a more realistic finish.
Well, that's cool. Hang on a second, guys. Hey, Linda, we need to get a mule. Chooch says we have to get a mule. I'm getting a look. Okay.
Did you sign off on it?
She's like,
she gave me a gesture.
I just got a text message. BG doesn't realize he is the mule.
Okay, who's the wise guys? You friggin' guys.
What's up, chat? John,
Hey,
we were just talking about you, bud. He's back. He just got back from PatCon. John is the hearing impaired gentleman we were talking about a little earlier. Hopefully, he's able to. I guess he's got to use 2 devices, but apparently he can get on and get the closed captioning. So he was at PatCon. Anybody else was at PatCon today?
I wasn't.
I wasn't for sure.
I was pacing back and forth anxiously as I was uploading stuff to my boss.
I will tell you this, BG. I know you're a bit of a traveler. You get the opportunity to go to. There's a couple different ones actually, but if you get the opportunity to go to that show in Mooresville, that's a good time, man. Because there's so much things to do there. You got a lot of race teams there. You can go check out. I went to Junior's race shop, and they had free tours. Took us right out on the floor where the guys were working. Took us into took us right into the fab room and the assembly room. You're not allowed to take pictures when you're in the race room or race building.
Makes sense.
But he's got the old number 2 Wrangler car there that was his dad's, and you can take pictures of that. But for me, being the geek that I am, I was more excited about. You go right into their studio where they do the all of his podcasts, him and his wife's podcast, and the big podcast that he does where he interviews everybody and all that. And then Bumper Door Clear and it's all in this one decent sized room. It's just their studios are set up in the corner. I sent some pictures to Jason and told him, I said, now this is a YouTube studio, my friend. This is nice. And when I have money, I'll do the same thing.
2 years ago, I had a chance to tour Richard Petty's museum and race shop. That was awesome. I was supposed to meet Mark Batson there, but Amanda wasn't feeling real well, so he had to cancel. But it was fine. I got to talk. I got to hang out and just because when you're there, when you're doing something like that by yourself, you can take the time and read every single thing that they have posted there. Nobody's tapping their toes, And,
but not having to hurry because I was able to go. I did it on purpose, but I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have liked to because I was dragging butt tired. But hey, there's Irv. What's up, buddy? Got to hang out with Irv at the show this weekend as well. But,
hi, Irv.
So
he's another one I hope to meet someday.
Super nice guy. Super nice guy. He brought home some hardware from the show as well. But so Wednesday night, I decide for sure I'm going. Everything falls in line. I pack up all my stuff, get the car loaded. It's 1:00 in the morning. I go to bed. Wake up 4:00, 4:30. I'm headed to work. 5:00, 5:30. I'm at work. Work all day. Pick up my new podcast stickers at 7:30 on my way out the door from my buddy that made them up for me. Drove 8 hours all the way up to Charleston. Now I did stop just outside of Charleston and take a nap. But I get to Mooresville. They're opening up the doors to the to juniors. I'm walking in there, eyeballs on springs. But I'm like, I'm having a good time. I didn't get to bed till 1:00 that night, and when I hit that pillow, my head went through it.
That's neat. Oh man.
Well, what a good
I used
time,
to do
man.
that stuff when I was in my youth.
I'm not in my youth. It was painful, but I managed to pull it off.
Well, if you don't do it in your youth, then you don't have the experience to do it. So
That is true.
I mean, I would get up at about 2:00 in the morning so I could be to work at UPS by 3, and then I get done by 8. Get home, shower, shave, change, go up to the community college and go to class there for a few classes, and then grab lunch, and then I go work in the theater until 10:00 at night.
Well, I know Rib is joking because I know BG doesn't blow anybody off, but Rib said, Irv says you met him at Atlanta. He said that you blew him off, but I think he's joking there because
what?
The BG I know don't blow
when?
off. Must have been last year.
Was that last year?
Must have been.
Dude, I am so sorry. I didn't know.
It might have been after I poured some of that bourbon down your throat. Then maybe.
Oh my God! Oh! It's Mike's fault.
There we go. I got big shoulders. I'll take the blame.
Were we at the show?
I'm not sure. Got a few things for the 69 Camaro, maybe sometime this week. Oh, that reminds me, Tooch. Did you, I don't know if I sent you, I think I forgot to send you the link to the USAC thing because you're building a 69 Camaro and that's their build this year.
Yeah. I think you did. I got to go back and look. You might have sent
You know what? I'll resend it because
All
I'm not sure if I sent it in the first place. So I'll send you the link right now. So unified.
Well, I'm sorry, Art. I guess I guess I'm not very good at being famous. Then I apologize. I'll tell you what. Next time I get out to Acme, you can ignore me. Will that make a square?
Send in copy link. There we go. Well, I'm sure, like I said, I know Mr. BG, and I'm sure if it seems like he got blown off, it certainly wasn't intentional.
I'm gonna highlight Rick here.
Go ahead. BG don't blow no one off. He just steps over him. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. Already didn't see you. You're not up here in my radar. See, that's not true, Irv. Nobody, we didn't blow you off. I got to hang out with you, man. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. We did the Irv was in on the 10 questions, and we had a lot of fun.
Why are you sitting around talking to us? You're not sitting there editing that so you can get
I'm not going to edit that. I'm going to let it fly just like it was, just like we did it, just because it's funny. I thought I had brought my little phone holder, right? You know, the little tripod.
Mm-hmm.
And the way mine's set up, you can turn it real easy. So do like Fred does, set it in the center of the table, turn it toward the guy who's talking. Well, I couldn't find mine. All I could find was my big one, and I knew that wasn't going to work. Don't need a 4-foot tall stand in the middle of a TV or in the middle of a table while we're trying to do it. So we ended up getting one from Ken where we started setting it on the table, but it had real flexible legs. So when you would turn it, the legs would flex and the camera would flop over. So instead, everybody's got a hold of it, and they got an arm's reach out in front of them, answering the question, and then they hand it to the next guy. So it ends up being more fun getting the phone passed around to each other than the actual 10 questions.
Was the phone following the bottle, or was the bottle heading up the phone?
Yeah, I refuse to answer that question on the grounds it might incriminate me.
I still think about the time we did that at the Acme 2024.
That would have been before my no, that was last.
No, you were there.
Yeah, last year was 2024.
Yeah,
dude,
that was a rock time.
Do what, dude?
Said almost before your time.
I've only been to one Acme, so 2024 was it. But now, the funny part about that one, I mean, we had a good time doing the 10 questions, but when Sarge come busting in the door,
you know what?
Went out the window.
I was trying to block that, and it's what, like, yeah, I need to. Still reminds me, I need to schedule a therapy appointment.
Is that K-Dog I see in the house? K-Dog's Model Cars. What's up, K-Dog? I got to hang out with him this weekend.
Hi.
Super, super nice guy.
Hi.
Had lots of fun.
The camera up here. Hey, lunch is here.
Woohoo! What's for lunch?
Very expensive hamburgers.
Very expensive hamburgers.
It's a Happy Meal.
I had sticker shock when they were like, I'm like, a double quarter pounder Tuesdays, like, that'll be $9.50. I'm like, the fuck?
This is live.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Don't be. I would have said the same thing.
Right?
Yeah, it's a little crazy. I was listening to your guys' podcast.
Oh,
you already heard it? I haven't got to hear it yet.
Yeah. Mike, you have a very good voice for that.
Well, thank you.
Don't tell him that. He'll never shut up now.
He doesn't shut up anyway.
He's never going to shut up. Rick Sink says hello.
Hi, Rick.
You don't need to shout. Sorry. Honestly.
Poor Brian.
That ego's fine. You don't have to uplift that one.
No. This she performed a wedding ceremony for a very close friend of hers. How many people are 50?
Oh, there's more than 50.
70?
Maybe.
About 70 people, and she did not need a microphone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I get that from my dad, but now that he's 80 and has Parkinson's, you can't hear that man, and that's just the weirdest thing. So there may come a point where whisper, 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 and you're like, speak up.
Yeah, there's hope. There's hope.
Until that end point, I don't have an inside voice.
No.
Use your inside voice. What's up, Kevin Smith? I couldn't help it. I had to blow up Logan and watch him do his magic with this mangled fender bed that he's making. Every time I see that big lighter fire up, I'm like, what are we building? He's in there just
Oh no, this looks ugly right now. It'll get nicer as it goes.
building with a bic. That's too cool.
The Dremel is where the magic happens with this.
BG. Miss Linda's gonna have to hurt Papa Z next time she sees him. I'm not even.
He won't be the first, and he won't be the last.
Mike, I'm going to give you a phone call when we're done here.
Well, there you go, Logan. You got support. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one. Building with a bic is an art form. So you got a fan club already, bud.
That's true.
All right, you guys have fun. I need to go knit. I've got Christmas stockings that
for Monty.
For Monty.
All the models that BG's going to put in there for me.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Bye. Take it easy.
Enjoy your hamburger.
Thanks.
Kevin Smith, what's up, buddy? Hope all is well.
Sure,
I can't wait to see the questions. Yeah, K-Dog, as soon as I get done here tonight, I'm not even going to edit it. I'm just going to put the promo in front of it and just go ahead and turn it loose. So it should be out probably around 7, 8 o'clock tonight. I may hit you up, and I'm pretty sure I got you subscribed, but I may hit you if I'm trying to go ahead and tag everybody that was there. So I may hit you up and get your information. But yep, running it raw, K-Dog, running it raw.
I don't think I like the sound of that, Mike.
Raw dog.
Thought this was a family show, Mike. What the hell?
It is. But Jason's not here, so I let it out a little bit.
Bury the lead.
I was saying that show up there in Mooresville, and there's actually a couple different ones that are hosted, I believe, by different clubs, but that one was really cool. The vendor area, they had a lot of vendors there. They really did, and I think they kind of crammed them in there a little bit tighter than they should have, but it still was a good time, man. But it was really, really tight. Like if you were going down and looking at models, and somebody was going down the one, but you know how they do, they'll have tables in rows, and you were turning sideways if somebody else was, looking at the other side. You weren't walking past each other, shoulder to shoulder. You were going back to back. It was tight.
A little bit cramped.
Yep. Same here. If I shot out from the trip. Shoot from the hip. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said you were shot out from the trip. Yeah, I got that 8 hours home last night was a long ride. And Ken, it was only an hour, 2 minutes, and 34 seconds, but it did seem like an hour and a half, especially for the poor ladies that were left behind to man y'all's tables and had to go pee. Miss Heather liking to beat me over the head. You had him hemmed up for an hour and a half. I said it was an hour and 2 minutes, but still. Oh, that's right. You're only an hour away. I was 8 hours away. That was whew. I got almost to Charlotte and traffic comes to a stop. I'm like, what the heck?
I'm getting to the point in my build here where I can't jump around and do sub-assemblies anymore because all the sub-assemblies are becoming one big large assembly.
Been there. Whew. Well, I got me a super late model from, let's just do that. We'll go ahead next. I'll go first. We'll go ahead next and talk about what we're working on, since this is a build show. And I don't know who that is, but that's the second time they've tried to call me like that. I'm gonna go ahead and blow myself up, or as the boys say, I'm going to embiggen me.
Ba-boom.
I am working on going to start getting full bore into my Northeast modified. As some of you may know, this is the car that I'm building for my brother, who has one of these cars. Actually has a couple of these cars. If you guys know this print, Matthew printed this out for me. But if you guys are familiar with this at all, this and this come as one piece. So I separated it to make it easier to paint and give it a little bit more of a realistic look. I glued the skirts on that are down here. This piece, you can see where my putty line is. That was actually two pieces to go around the Nerf bars that are on the side. Well, I decided to cut the Nerf bars off of the chassis and then make it more like the real one-to-one car where the Nerf bars slide in and then there's a pin that goes through this acceptors right here. Put a pin in there and the Nerf bars goes on. But the chassis is based, or this print is based off, or the file, I should say, is based off of a die cast. So a lot of the stuff is molded in from the factory. And I've spent some time kind of releasing things and removing them. And the brakes and the rotors were part of it. So I cut them off to put in some detailed stuff. And really excited about getting going on this one. Got to get it done for my trip in December because I'm actually going to gift it to my brother as a Christmas gift. Terry over at STS Decals made me a really nice decal sheet for it. My brother is in his car is in one of the iRacing games, the World of Outlaws iRacing game. So they had to computerize or digitize his wrap. And when they did for the computer game, he was able to send me that. I sent it to Terry at STS and he repopped it for me. And really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool. I saw Terry up there and he's really branching out. He's got, ProTech products. He's now selling Tropical Glitz products. At least he is at the show. I'm not sure if he is on his website. I hadn't checked it out, but if you guys get a chance, go check out Terry at STS. Great guy, super helpful to people in the hobby. What about you, Logan? You want to go next and let everybody know what you're working on?
No, but I will. I'm doing it looks pretty hideous right now, but I'm going to do a bent up version of this truck. There's the light here.
There you go.
I'm going to do a before and after version of this truck, and it's at the point now where I'm heating stuff up and starting to bend it, and it looks hideous right now, but the Dremel is where it starts to look nice with the bent stuff and the plastic. So
I think it's really neat the way you do that stuff, man. Them cars that you beat and bang them up, but they still look very much like the real ones. I think you do a great job with that stuff.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
I get to make all the collectors cry with this one. It's an original 1960 cab and 1960 bed, so.
Oof.
But it was real rough when I got it. That's all. I didn't even have the hood for it. I'm gonna have to steal the hood out of a new kit.
Models are meant to be built.
That's exactly right. No matter how old they are,
it's a waste to let them sit on the shelf. I'd rather destroy it by building a derby car than just let it sit in the box for another 40 years.
Amen. Amen.
And if you spend the money on it, you're more than welcome to do whatever the hell you want with it.
Here's a good one for you, Logan. I see multiple Bics. Do you have a favor or just grab what's closest?
I gotta let them cool down because otherwise the striker and the plate, they burn your fingers.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the yellow ones are hotter.
I don't know. I always like the orange ones.
The yellow ones are bad luck. I don't even know why I have that one.
That's it. Mr. BG, would you like to go next, or you want to finish your hamburger and then go?
I'm going to pass for right now, and I'll be right back.
All right. Tooch, we all talked a little bit about what you're working on.
I'm working on this
69 Camaro SS 396.
Yeah,
ooh, that's a great kit.
This was recommended by you guys and some other people, and it's been sitting for a while, and as I promised last week, that I will work on it when I'm on here. So right now, I forgot. You always start with the engine. So, yeah, I had a lot of cleanup to do on the engine, the seam lines, the mold lines, a little more work. And I'm debating. I'm looking at their instructions on paint, and then I'm looking at actual motors, and I'm like, I don't know. I think it'd be fun to paint them like they are today. The guys go back and they paint them the stock colors, and what is that, orange, Chevy orange?
Chevy orange, yep.
Yeah, that looks cool, the Chevy orange.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have to build it so I can paint it. And I guess next up we got chrome. Guys, I guess don't like the chrome out of the kits. How the parts are chrome, they dechrome them.
Mm-hmm.
Not often. Sometimes it looks a little too toyish or a little too shiny for the scale.
Yeah.
And sometimes the plating is a bit too thick. That's what I found with a lot of the parts. Oddly enough, I find that the chrome on the older kits generally looks a lot better than a lot of the newer ones.
Huh.
The chrome parts on like the old Johan kits, they look a lot better than a lot of the newer Revell stuff. Like I've got a 64 Imperial in the box over here, a complete one that may or may not end up as a derby car, but the chrome on it is super duper nice. Like you can actually see the script in it where it says Imperial, the bird emblem on the hood. You can actually see the bird and everything. You open up like a newer Revell kit, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I can't really tell if that's supposed to be a mirror or if it's just a giant blob of chrome stuck to the tree.
Yeah, it's
I'm
supposed to be.
I'm looking at this, and I just scraped part of the tree, the plate, because one side looks like it didn't get chromed on there. I don't know if you can see that up top.
Yeah.
So I went to the side that's plated here, and I scraped it. It's very thin chrome.
That's good.
Revell chrome is usually thinner than the AMT stuff.
Yeah,
AMT stuff's pretty gnarly.
It's robust.
Robust. I love that.
Robust.
So I might just leave it. This looks good. I mean, the detail too on the tires. I'm looking at the hubs. I think I see letters, but
Revell is usually pretty good about it. Dave McGibbon's got a good question, talking about Irv as well. The metallic flake and tropical glitz. I'm nervous buying it. I don't want the bass boat look. Don't buy the metallic flake. Buy the metal metalizer or whatever they call it. There's a different list of stuff. The metallic is going to be too big for your airbrush. I went down that road, especially if you buy the dry metallic. It's going to be too big for your airbrush. You have to move up to like a 0.15 or up in that area. And if you use
or detail gun,
but if you use that, you got to be super careful because it's going to lay down some paint right now. I mean, it's going to get kind of crazy. But they do offer a paint that has metallic in it, and they specifically say not metal flake, metallic. So check out that line. I was looking at those very same paints with STF the other day, Saturday. And but they do offer them. It's not the same. Now, what I did with my dart is I bought the rattle can metal flake that matched the dart, so that worked out for me. But again, the dry metal flake, if you pour it into your brush into your clear, it's going to create a problem with your airbrush.
Your airbrush will not be clear.
It'll be gobbed up. I'll be using that. Sweet. All right.
Hey, there's Keith McGregor.
Yeah, I'm probably going to jump in on that short track build once the late models get here from West, Mike.
Sweet. I picked one up, a super late model from MTV yesterday, so I'm excited about it. I've just been checking it out, but I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the box so I don't start on it and leave my Northeast Modified behind. But
is that a printed one?
Yeah, it's a 3D printed one. Wes's are going to be, injected
plastic.
Yeah, I've seen his 3D. What do they call it? The
test shot, basically.
Test shot or whatever they call it. Yeah. And it's really cool. It's really nice. I saw that at the Charleston show. Obviously, he wasn't selling them. He was just promoting the ones that are coming. But Good looking stuff for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be nice to even like. I almost hope that they end up selling just the chassis for them too. Because I mean, if they could sell just the chassis and the nose cone, like you could make some pretty wicked bodies for those pretty easily.
I'm sure.
I mean, they're nothing but sheet aluminum.
Right. Yeah, they're pretty square. I've got the one that Matthew has right here. There's not a lot. I mean, you could easily scratch build any of this stuff. You know, I mean,
So
I could, but a good scratch builder could.
I have a question, Mike.
Go ahead.
Northeast Modified, does that have what, snow tires on it or what?
No, the Northeast Modified is basically, to make it simple, is basically a sprint car with a body.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I think they're a little. I think the wheelbase is a little different, but it's the same types of setups and straight axle across the front, and pretty much run them that way. Where I think the late models, in fact, I'm pretty positive that the late models have independent front suspension.
Correct.
I was talking to somebody. Was it you, Logan, that I was talking to? That you knew somebody that put a straight axle in a late model race car?
I didn't know him personally, but I seen a video on it a while back, and he had to do a whole bunch to make it work. I mean, it was bad fast for the first few times he was able to run it before they took that out in the rules.
Right, made him switch it back.
Yeah, just like anything else, you try to innovate and do something different. They're like, nah,
No.
we're gonna keep it at 1985. Put your shit back the way it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, guys,
Do that
they have paint that will go through that has that metallic look, but the raw metal flake itself, they'll even tell you. In fact, I emailed them and they emailed me back and highly recommended not using that dry flake through an airbrush. But yes, they do have those cosmic colors that have it in there. That stuff works really well. I highly recommend that. But as far as the metal flake itself, it's definitely not made for there.
That's good to know because I want to do a dune buggy like a Myers Minx with a bass boat style color.
Yeah, because that was common for them back then. To have that real flaky, heavy duty paint job.
Exactly.
I need to send back my gallery TG airbrush. The trigger is not grabbing and pulling the needle back. There's my cousin Vinny. What's up, buddy?
Your cousin Vinny. Everyone's got a cousin Vinny.
Right. Vinny's a buddy of mine. He now lives in South Florida, but he's up there from Riv's neck of the woods in Long Island.
A guy named Vinny from Long Island. No way.
Right? Vinny Galino at that. A Galino.
Oh,
I'm sure I'm messing up that last name, but it's very Italian either way. It's got a vowel at the end.
It's got a vowel at the end.
You should go on Wheel of Fortune there, Mike. It's got a vowel at the end. Let him win. It'll be all right.
It'll win. I don't know what it is, but it's Italian because it's got a vowel at the end.
I can't pronounce it, but it eats good.
That's it.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, he said you got it right.
Yep. Look at that. Hey, somebody said my dart looks good, and my response was even a blind squirrel gets a nut every once in a while, so I must have got another nut today. Woo! And that didn't sound anything like I meant. Did not sound like it did in my head.
Foot firmly inserted in mouth.
That's why I put mint flavored bubblegum on the end of my boots, because I'm forever sticking my foot in my mouth.
Keep it up. There's going to have to be a warning at the start of these things. Parental advisory, explicit content.
The comments expressed by Mike's mouth are not necessarily those of his brain.
Been there before.
His brain's usually like, what? No!
Right. That's cool.
Oh, no. Oh, I just shot myself in the tuchus. Oh, boy. Yep.
Good thing I'm not monetized because they take it away from me.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on the wrong page of the instructions also.
Well, I'm still in awe that we got Mr. Tooch to work on a car. I'm excited about that. Now I'm going to bring him back every week till he gets it done.
I'm gonna have to order paint for this now.
Right? Oh, we'll be working on that as soon as we get done here today.
Hey, Tooch, are you kind of like looking at that model kit going, why is everything so big?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to the 1/72nd scale Rolls Royce armored car from 1919 I'm building.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Or the frickin' motorcycle you just got done with. My God.
Wow, that's
1/35 scale.
Yeah.
I do have a 1/9 scale World War II BMW with sidecar under there. The original Italeri boxing of it from the 70s.
That's a little bit bigger.
Oh,
That is a little bigger.
John Hennon is asking where Jason is today. Jason's at PatCon, I believe, and I think that's the show that they're at this weekend. And basically, he's at a model car show this weekend with Tim, with
Ouch.
Jody.
Justin there
and I
too?
believe, Justin, I believe, had a model car club meeting today.
Oh,
yeah, not a model club. I don't know if it was an IPMS or. Oh, it's the last Sunday of the month, so it's MFCA.
MFCA, okay.
Which is at AAA Hobbies, which is the brick and mortar for what the hell, the online Mega Hobbies.
Okay.
Oh, okay, good. I was like, I did not know he was a mixed martial artist. That is so cool.
John saying that he has a 1980 Chevy truck that he painted brandy wine, which is one of my favorite colors. Candy apple, and he used a base color of gold. That looks really good when you do that. I did the same brandy wine from House of Colors, but I used a black on that Volkswagen. I used a black base because I really wanted it to be a deep red. And but I do that's probably one of my favorite colors of all time. That brandy wine.
That is a good color.
It is a pretty color. And what's really neat about it is you put it like on a silver base, and it'll brighten that red up, right? Turn it more of like a more of a candy looking color, and the gold will get it to come out too. Not quite as so it's not quite as bright under the gold as it is the silver, and of course anything dark is going to make it even darker. But you put it underneath or over top of a silver, and it really does a real bright, again, candy looking color.
Okay, so
comments. Yeah, I had my eyes peeled for one of those today myself, or Saturday, Dave. I want to get one of those Pro Touring comments. They didn't have one at the show. They did have the new Chevy Love that's been released. I didn't get to buy it because somebody else had already picked it up, but I got to look at the box anyway.
I believe we will be getting those, Dave. I believe we will, but I'm not sure when they're going to be coming in yet. It seems like even though Mobius ships out of Southern California, we still get our stuff last.
Well, maybe Brian Connell will have it on the East Coast before you get it on the West Coast,
right
down the road from him. PAXCon next Saturday. I think that's where the boys are going to be, is at PAXCon next Saturday.
Is it next Saturday?
I think so, yeah. According to Dean, he's headed to PAXCon next Saturday.
Oh, I think that comment was for Brian. Whoops.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well, we got two Brians that both do the same thing, so they both can answer it.
Right. He's got the East Coast covered. I got Arizona covered.
The rest of the world covered. You're right, John. It doesn't make sense. The BG's right down the road from Mobius, and then he gets it last, and then John Connell over on or Brian Connell on this side gets it first. That's our USPS or whatever the shipping world as it is today.
Yeah, it's weird.
But I'm guessing we're not dealing with it as bad as the Canadian folks are.
It's faster to go through the Panama Canal than it is to set it across the country on rails.
And then that's right. That next Sunday is Classic Plastic. That's right. I wanted to go, but I'm just not going to be able to make it with going to this show this past weekend. And I've got Acme coming up at the end of October. I'm just I'm not going to make the classic plastic, but I'm going to try to make it next year. Get it on my list.
We have I think at the beginning of November we have the IPMS show here, Model Zona, that I'll be judging at, and then after that we're packing up the car. I say we, it's me. I'm packing up the car, and then I'm heading out to what's a Pomona for the show out there for the next day. So I'm both eagerly anticipating and dreading the end of September, end of October. I mean,
Joey, I can see your chat as well, bud. I feel you can't get everything from Trouble Goods at a very real price due to the size of the bottles. Yeah, they send it in 2-ounce bottles, or you can get the big 4-ounce bottle, which I bought like their base colors. I bought in 4 ounces because they usually use a lot of blacks and whatnot. So, but yeah, I think their prices are fair especially for the product. It's a really good product. What's up, Shorty?
Shorty.
Somebody got a root canal?
My bad.
I know the sound of a Dremel at high speed.
Oh yeah.
No, this really old AMT plastic is so freaking brittle. Like normally I can just cut chunks out with a pair of nippers and it's not a big deal. But this stuff, like it comes apart in chunks and it shatters and it's not a good time.
Not a good time. Chat, I'm not going because you're going to be there. Chat, that's not true, my brother. I'd love to. You got to come down to Acme. You come down to Acme, we'll hang out. I'll let you buy me a beer. I'm kidding. I'll buy you a beer.
I'm gonna say, Mike, you got that bulldozer money. You better be buying other people beer.
I got the bulldozer money. Is that what we're calling it now? Bulldozer money? Which I guess is better than bullshit money.
There's always 2 lines at a show to meet Mike. One to buy him a beer and one to punch him.
Usually the punch him line is much longer.
I have a hard time
deciding which one's the bigger line.
Yeah, I always have a hard time trying to figure out which line to stand in.
You have a hard time reaching me. You have to sit down to be able to look me in the eye.
Yeah.
Papa Z, Shorty is actually shorter than me. We were talking about that the other day. I'm 5'6". I think Shorty told me he was 5'3", so I'm not the littlest guy in the community anymore. Woo!
Yeah, he's the only guy that hangs out in the Discord that makes Rib look like Andre the Giant.
Oh, is Riv a tiny guy? I didn't know
that. He claims to be taller than he is.
Well, I wouldn't look as short as I did, especially the first time I went out and hung out with Brian and Fred. So I'm standing next to 2 7-footers, and my 5'6" just did not match up. They're holding the phone out in front of them, filming themselves like this, and I'm standing next to Fred, and you can't even see me. And finally, he dips the camera down, and underneath his armpit is this little fat bald guy going, "Hey, it's me."
Mike, I think you need to get a shirt that has the hourglass just like in mid spin and it just says "still loading." It's like Mike's not fully here yet.
Mike's not fully here.
I'm waiting for that to hear, man.
Hey, there's my buddy Mad Genius over there.
Is that Mad Genius? Yeah, Irv, there's definitely 2 lines, and like I said, the one to punch me in the nose is usually a lot longer than the other one.
Well, I get in one and then I go get in the other.
Here's your beer, pow. Here's your beer.
That's what I was gonna say, Mike. The first time we meet up at a show, I haven't decided which line I'm gonna get into first yet, but we're gonna go through both lines.
Right.
Oh yeah, Mike, there's a reason I haven't gone on VCG Resin's website yet. Oh, here, let me send you the link to a bunch of cool shit on there.
Right?
Yeah, you're a bad influence.
Logan's going to create the 3rd line that has both, all right? That one you got to pay $1 for. You got to pay $1 to stand in that one. But it's worth it. You give him a beer.
I was going to say that the surcharge is worth it. It saves you a lot of time going through both.
Right? That's like the express line.
Now,
Right.
now this is perfect for Mr. Outlaw. We have a discount code for both lines.
But whatever you do, don't throw your beer in my face because that's alcohol abuse, and we just don't tolerate that. We don't tolerate that around here.
Yeah, that's one step too far.
That's it. And John hit the nail on the head. He said, as long as they're paying you, Mike, it's good. I was like, yep, that's money I can buy. When I get done, I might not be able to see the new model kits that I'm going to buy, but I'll be able to afford them.
Oh, I didn't say he was getting the proceeds.
Oh, now you're sounding like Riv. I want my 50%.
Yeah, where's my cut?
As he would say, where's my big? You remember, I get a percentage.
Yeah, you owe me money, you bastard.
Pay it up. Pay up.
He's not on checking on us tonight.
No, he's not.
That's
He
a
probably
good
is relaxing from an intense weekend between him and BG busting their butts to get that podcast up, which I haven't mentioned it in a minute. Those of you that have been asking, the new Model Car Mania podcast is up. Last I know for sure, it's on Apple and it's on Spotify. So when you get done here, go check that out for sure. Please, please, please give us a rating. A number 5 would be great. It helps a bunch, especially getting the show off the ground. We're going to need all the help we can get. Give us a 5-star. Like, look at Mr. BG's got his 5-star up there. And those of you that give us a 5-star, the check is in the mail.
When BG did that, I had a flashback to my childhood from Sesame Street. Remember the hand that wrote in like the points and stuff, doing the numbers?
No, I don't remember that.
I don't remember the hand. I remember, what was it or whatever from the Adam.
Oh, well, that was
Adam?
Thing, which I
That was
found
Thing.
out what that means backwards. But no, there was that hand, the magic hand that did the.
I was too
Magic
busy
hand.
watching Oscar the Grouch. I thought he was funny.
Well, you know what? I'm just really happy that Thing was able to find a job after they canceled Adam's Family.
Oh, God.
That one died. That one died right there. Oh man, Joey Clark. Yeah, I have a few videos. About 13% of them are worth watching all the way through.
That's not true. I've watched every one of them, and I think every one of them are amazing.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. I take back that I won't stand in the line to punch you.
You won't stand in line to punch me. Just bring and listen. He'll bring me a cold beer so I can put it on my boo boos.
Yeah.
Look, I didn't bring a beer, but here's a frozen bag of peas. Oh, thank you. Looked like Rocky when he was fighting. The Russian dude. What was his name? Dolph Lundgren was his real name, but
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, it is spelled with a Y. So yeah, I was reading your note. Sorry, dude.
I'm working on the Dragnet and painted it with luscious blackberry. That's a pretty color. Luscious blackberry.
I was right. I'm not hallucinating. It was a series I just vividly remember because I always thought it was weird, but there you go.
It was Sesame?
The hands on Sesame Street.
Okay.
And then there's a whole bunch of episodes it was in.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. So it's got its own IMDb page?
Skip Hannett narrates the story of an unhappy hand who wishes he could make noise. Then there's one with the wall. I remember the one with the wall. I remember the one with the ping pong ball. I had wished it was an egg because that would be funnier.
Yeah, right.
The hands try to communicate with each other by making sounds from opposite sides of a wall. Then the one with strong. The right hand plays with a ping pong ball and tricks the left hand into thinking an egg is one. I remember this. I remember the ball drop one. Ah, my childhood come flashing back with BJ doing his hand things. They're bodiless hands, independent of one another.
Well, I'm glad to take you down memory lane with my hands.
Oosh. Sounds
And
like
moving
an
on.
outlaw comment.
I feel like I should go wash them now.
Well, you did eat a greasy hamburger.
That's
Well,
true.
I wasn't really holding it for very long. I just stuffed it in my mouth and just waited for it to dissolve.
BG with the flip top head. He just flipped the top and
Yeah.
put it in there and away he goes.
Remember, one of my favorite scenes from The Simpsons was Homer just devouring stuff at the lunchroom, and people are like, "My God, he eats like an animal," and somebody's like, "Actually, he eats more like a duck," and just just shoves stuff down.
It's like a pelican. You just put it in your mouth and just tip your head back.
That's it.
Exactly. And true to form, every time I decide to grab a snack or something like that at work, when behind the counter somebody walks in, "Hi," I'm like, "Uh-oh."
How you doing?
Exactly. One day it was a saltine. I couldn't say anything for like 10 minutes. My mouth was very arid. Yeah.
Well, you were in Arizona, so it was matching the landscape.
Oh, yeah. I was drinking a lot of water, but it wasn't like going past my mouth. It was weird.
Now, people tell me this, and Tooch, you might be the only, maybe Logan be the only one that's ever heard of this, possibly. But when I was coming up, it was something we did a lot. But saltine crackers crushed up in a bowl with milk.
I've done it with graham crackers, but never saltines.
Yeah, graham cracker, saltines. What is that? Are you desperate for puffed rice?
it tastes like a flat cereal is what it tastes like.
Flat? It doesn't it like disintegrate in the milk?
No, it's like a cereal. It really is.
Yeah,
They have the same texture
But
as
it's a bowl of thick milk that's salty now. How is that enjoyable?
That sounds like Polish oatmeal or something, dude. That doesn't even sound remotely appealing.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't the only one. And we spoke too soon, guys.
Uh-oh. So what's with the Juggy Gales?
We're just off the show.
Hey, I'm not the only one. Shorty and John Hennon both said they've done that.
So deep down, Toots is just thinking, finally, thank God.
All right, I gotta tell you guys this. Me and Mrs. BG have linked emails, right? It's something you do when you're married, apparently. I don't know. But I get an email from Juggy Gales. And Linda was in the wrong email one day, and she's like, "Why are you talking to somebody named Juggy Gales?" I'm like, "It's cool. It's okay. They just need some money sent to their account so they can unlock their bank account. It's all good." She promised to send me pics.
You know what that Juggy Gales is from?
No, I don't.
Do you remember the Jerky Boys from the 80s, early 90s?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, when they used to make the crank calls and they record them. So Juggy Gales is one of the characters.
Oh,
and they grew up as every famous person in the world grew up in the same town that Rob lives in, Massapequa.
That's it.
Just ask them, they'll tell you.
Yeah.
And what's his buddy's name? Mojo or something?
Oh, Manny Mo.
Manny Mo.
That guy.
Here's
everything's Manny Mo. Let me ask Manny Mo. Manny Mo. You guys met my friend Manny Mo? He was in the movies.
I like billboards. I agree. Saltines go in soup, or you put peanut butter, margarine on a saltine.
Oh, I've done that. That's not bad. That's actually pretty cool.
John, though, I like his cornbread and milk. Oh, that sounds
that's
really
good.
That is good.
Yeah, that's
good. I used to do cornbread and honey.
All right, Mike, check this out.
Hang on, let me embiggen you.
You can embiggen me if you'd like.
Ooh, look at that.
So it looks horrible right now because it's just melted and kind of pressed into place. But there goes the tailgate.
Hell
That's the start of it. It looks horrid right now because it's all burnt to hell, but
it's supposed to.
Tailgate's all accordioned.
No, that's too cool, man. And to be able to get all that to fit back together after you do that's impressive.
Yeah, that's the trick. I found a way that helps, or something that helps a lot with that is a really big, or not really big, but much bigger brush and a whole bunch of Tamiya extra thin cement.
Feels
like you can basically soak the plastic in Tamiya extra thin and get fine adjustment out of it to kind of tweak stuff where it needs to be.
Okay.
Because it softens it without heat. And the problem with this old AMT plastic is I don't know if you can really tell, but it like bubbles on the surface. It looks kind of like a marshmallow when you put it in the bonfire.
Oh, wow.
And that's all going to have to be dremeled off. There's going to be a lot of a lot of Dremel work on this one, unfortunately, but
I still love the idea that you're building with a Bic. That's funny.
That's gonna look good when you get it all straightened out, man. Just kidding.
well, straightened out is a relative term, but yeah. I hope it looks all right. I haven't built a bent one in a while, so I was feeling the urge, and I just said the hell with it yesterday and started it.
My poor little Porsche came down with a bad case of the clamps.
It does that. I saw that. It's bent over from the clamps, man. It's clamping up. Looks good though.
It's looking all
All
right.
right, Herb, take it easy, my friend. I appreciate you. We've been trying to get you on here as a host, but I know you do something in the afternoons on Sunday. But maybe we'll get you one time on here, man. You be good. Thanks for stopping by, and we appreciate the support, my friend.
See ya, Irv.
Irv was kind enough. He saw me buying a pacer. Those of you that know me know that I am a huge AMC guy, and I was buying one of the pacers. And there's only one pacer that I didn't have in my collection. I don't know how familiar you guys are with them, but it's the green one that's got the custom panels on it, right? I did not have that pacer. The 78 Pacer X, I got a few of those, but walked by Irv, and he opened up his bag and said, "Hey, I got something for you." And inside the bag was that sweet dude.
Oh,
wow.
that's cool.
That's old.
Yeah, it is old too. So thanks again, Irv. I appreciate it, my friend. And Irv's got stickers. He's got all kinds of stickers, man. Let me give him a plug since he was nice enough to give me a pacer. But Irv's got some new stickers out, man. Y'all check them out. They're cool.
Yeah.
That was the big joke at the table because he was handing them out to everybody. Like he was walking in. Some 10-year-old was walking by. He was like, "Here, have some stickers."
And that's why we're not allowed to go to Chuck E. Cheese anymore.
I can't say nothing. I was handing out those new podcast stickers left and right.
Oh, you didn't send me a picture of those. You're supposed to send me a picture of those.
Oh, I'm supposed to send you a picture of those. Okay.
Yeah.
I got
so
it.
I can pirate it.
Yeah, let me
Let's see.
do
Done
that.
with that.
Mike, you said you picked up a super late model at the show?
Yeah, Matthew from MCV Products. He's got a printed super late model. In fact, that's what I got here in front of me.
Is it an asphalt super late model or a dirt super late model?
It's got dirt tires, but you could. I mean, you know, and I know there's not a real big difference between the two of them. The tires.
No, there's a huge difference between the asphalt and the dirt late models.
All right, this must be a dirt late model then, because I thought there wasn't much difference in just
thanks, Rob.
There used to not be, but the modern ones there's a huge difference.
Okay, maybe I'm out of the loop.
All right, cool.
All right, have a good night, buddy.
See you, Ray.
So that's the one I just gave that as far as that sticker goes, BG. I just gave the picture that Riv sent us. I sent that to him, and he was able to reproduce them.
Okay, cool.
He's going to be my guy's a little more expensive than some of those sticker companies that run sales or whatever, but he makes a really quality product, and he's been a friend of mine for a long time. And he does my shop cards, and he does all my graphic work for back when I had the shop. In fact, he made these shirts for my old shop and all that. So I support him, but it wasn't terrible. It was basically 50 cents a decal. I didn't think that was horrible.
Cool. So if you charge 25 cents, it'll be fine. Check it out. Look at this.
Okay.
We're all excited about the 86-degree weather.
I can relate.
It's like, I should be doing yard work today rather than sitting here.
It gets down to 86, and you're like, woo!
Dude, it was just, I don't know if you guys saw the news, but we had some serious flooding and stuff in a town on the other side of the hills, Globe, Arizona. That place got destroyed.
Well, that sucks.
Okay.
And they had flooding up in Scottsdale, and yeah, it wasn't good. Guys are out on jet skis. I was like, okay. I don't understand that logic, but fine. More water flowing down the streets of Scottsdale than there was in the reservoirs. There it is.
That's crazy.
That's what I wanted. Let's see here. All right. Here we go. Let's
It's a fire.
share a little top tip with some of you guys that haven't stumbled across this yourself. High grit sanding stick. Piece of chalk. I like the dark gray. And we'll load that on there. Smear it around a little bit. Get that off the fingers, and then take your tires and just start them in.
Look at that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then wipe off the excess on your dainty little wrist like I've got. And then it kind of, camera's not doing a great job with it, but
Yeah, that's a great idea, though.
with bringing out the tread on there. Now you can use chalk and tile grout and all the different things, but this is what I had. Artist pastels is what I had laying around because one time I was an artist.
That's a great idea, BG. I got the tool from Matthew that you put into a drill. And
yeah, I was just thinking that I'm looks like I'm packing bearings here, but
Chat, I do enjoy the sprint cars. I'm not sure if I saw the one that Whiskey Meyer sponsors, but I've built some sprint cars. I enjoy those guys, man. They're going fast, turning left on the dirt. I'm all about it.
That's Rico Abreu's car, isn't it? That Whiskey Meyer sponsors.
If so, then I have seen it because I've been following Rico recently because of his new attachment to Tony Stewart.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a little bit bummed that he didn't let Shots finish out the year in his car, but I guess when you're spending millions of dollars on a program and it's not generating any wins, I'd probably want the guy out of the seat too.
Yeah, he'd been there. Junior did an interview with him and Rico, and that's how I had learned about it. And apparently, everybody left on good terms, as good of terms as possible. But in fact, Tony related it to breaking up with a girlfriend for 18 years. It was like they've been around a long time.
Well, I could break up with a girlfriend faster than 18 years. That's
Isn't that
common law marriage after 10?
I guess.
Joey, it rains in Arizona, but just does it all at once on one day.
Yeah, every bit of it.
And it's usually a Friday.
You just get it on Tuesday.
Yeah. What day is it? Is it rain day? Yeah. Oh, crap.
How much rain are we getting today? Yes.
All of it. All of it.
That was the guy that worked in the building next door to our store, and he had left the windows down in his car.
Oh. I've done that. Here, and you don't. Go ahead.
I'm in the store behind the register, and I hear somebody out front going, "Oh man!" Like, yeah, sorry, dude, that sucks.
I've done that, and then you get all the water out of it, vacuum it out, or whatever you do to get the water out of it. And especially here in Florida, you drive it to work the next day, and it sits out there in the sun and literally steams that water up. You go to get in your vehicle, and it's raining on the inside of your vehicle, coming off the roof, off the windshield. Yeah, it sucks.
No, that's like the comedian Jeff Dunham, right, with the puppets.
Yeah.
He was talking about, he had that bit where Walter was talking about being in Florida. He's like, "Yeah, all hot and humid in Florida. I took a shower on Monday. By Friday, I'm still not dry."
True. My cousin who lives in Vermont came down for the first time 5 or 6 years ago, and he was like, he'd never been out of the state, right? He lives you can almost throw a rock from his house and hit Canada, right? So he's like, "How should I dress?" I said, "Shorts. You don't need wool socks. You don't need work shoes. Shorts and a t-shirt, and bring a towel." "What do I need a towel for?" I said, "Because it's humid. You're gonna sweat." And he's like, so I explained to him. I said, "It's like going to the washing machine in the morning and putting your clothes on and going outside before you put them in the dryer." I said, "That's exactly how you're gonna feel 5 minutes after you've been outside."
What do I need a towel for? Everything.
Everything. Yep. That's the truth, Chet. It rains. When they say that it's a 20% chance of rain, it's going to rain for 20% of the day, and then there's going to be a sauna afterwards. Oh, it's horrible.
My uncle used to say 20% chance of rain means there's an 80% chance it won't.
I used to drive back and forth to Tampa hauling fuel back in them days, and it would rain, and does what it does in the afternoon, and then 30 minutes after it rains, you're out there on that asphalt, and you can literally see the steam coming up off the road from where it's cooking it.
Yep.
Now it's raining upside down. Is what it's doing.
I was like, if you need an example of what hell might be like, there you go.
There you go. I don't know.
Also,
I've been to West Texas and Southwest Texas where it's dry as a popcorn fart. There's no vegetation out there, and it's hot. I mean, it is hotter than the blue blazes of hell hot.
somebody just scream.
That's my children.
Wait, are those cousins still over?
No, he went home this morning. It's just they're just being siblings and being obnoxious and all that fun jazz. That's the weekend. Let them be obnoxious.
Oh, I thought you heard me yell down the tunnel or yell down into the hole. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Mike, if I'm ever hearing that from you, something has gone horribly wrong.
Right.
I'd prefer it. It puts the turtle wax on the thing.
It puts the turtle wax on the model car.
Or it gets the hose again.
Or it gets it again.
Or it gets the Rust-Oleum again.
Dave, it's a great place to visit. It really is. But if you're from up there in the Northeast and you come down here and you're not 14, 15 years old and able to adjust, you'll be wanting to go home just as fast as you got there.
Fellas, I don't mean to bail on you, but I gotta hop off here, so I will catch you guys later on.
All right, my brother.
All right.
Appreciate you stopping by hanging out with us, Logan. Have a good night, bud.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yep, later, guys.
So long. Well, I guess that scream was actually legit.
Right. And there you go. Deep Junk Garage says it puts the CA glue on its skin.
Ugh. That's good.
Oh, 6 foot, 400 pounds. Yeah, Dave, come on down. When you leave, you'll still be 6 foot, but you'll have to get a wheelbarrow behind you. You'll have zero fat left, but you'll have to get the wheelbarrow behind you to carry all that what you used to have to carry around to be behind you in the wheelbarrow.
Right.
You lose all the weight, but the skin will still be there.
Before I lost my weight, I was self-basting, dude.
No. I say that. I moved here, you see, 85, so I was 14. It took a little bit of adjustment because I came from like Podunk, Vermont, in the middle of nowhere. But I like it down here, but the only thing that gets
Like
me
there's-
is I want to be where there's 4 seasons. You know what I mean? I don't want any of them to be too extreme, but I want a little bit of fall, a little bit of winter, a little bit of spring, a little bit of summer.
Well, we have that at the mall.
Right? Exactly. Well, that's why I think I like
You go through-
Tennessee and Carolina so much.
You go through the airlock and getting into the mall. You can go through spring, winter, fall. Not in that order though.
Right. Well, that's what Joey was saying. You know, they get humidity there in Kentucky, and Kentucky's one of those states too that has 4 seasons, and none of them are too extreme.
Yeah, right.
So we get the humidity. If you can get the humidity for 3 months out of the year, and you get the cold for 3 months out of the year, and you get the wet for 3 months out of it, it's not that bad then. But when you get stays
just
100
about the time
degrees,
you get tired of it, you start. The weather changes. Just about the time you get tired of it.
mm-hmm.
Portland was not like that at all. It was like, I'm tired of this gray, because it was like gray and cold and wet in the winter, and then it was gray and warm and wet in the summer. And I was like, this is just, well.
Well, Tooch, there in New Jersey, it's a little different, isn't it? Like if you're closer to the water, the weather's different than the west side of the state. Is that right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it depends. Like if you're on the Jersey Shore, if the wind's blowing off the ocean, it's air conditioning. It's awesome. If the wind is blowing from the land, you get the flies and the gnats, and they bite.
But
And it's warm, and the air is horrible because it's just warm. But like I mean, I live up in the hills. We won't call them mountains because that's out west. But we're hill people, so we live up in the hills. I mean, I could have snow here, and down in the little town where the hobby shop, not the model hobby shops, but my other hobby shop is, it's raining. So altitude, we got altitude.
That
Yeah,
helps.
no, I mean, it rarely snows down in South Jersey near Atlantic City. Rarely snows, but then it's divided by the highways too, like Route 78, I-95 corridor, 80 where I live. Those are used as snow lines.
Right.
So
I'm still suffering from PTSD driving on 95 through Boston.
yeah.
When I was up in Oregon, we were in Sandy, Oregon, which is on the side of the mountain, and it was fascinating because there was a Chevy dealership along the highway, and of course you're gaining altitude the whole time you're heading home. And one end of the Chevy delership would be getting rain, and the other end would be getting snow. It was right at that line.
Yeah, I remember going up to Cooperstown one November, right after in 2009, actually. Yankees they had their parade, and we were going up to the Cooperstown because they already sent stuff up there. I remember we got going west towards Cooperstown from the interstate from Albany. You saw halfway up the mountains snow, and down in the valley it was raining, but up halfway up the mountains it was snow. Then it turned to rain. It was pretty cool.
We get that here in Florida. It'll literally be raining on, not every time, but I've seen it rain on one side of the street and not rain on the other side of the street. But when you drive in, and you can see it coming, right? Because it looks like a big sprinkler head douching rain down on you, and you can see it coming. And then all the cars that are going the other way, right? They're just now shutting their windshield wipers off, and you're like, "Yep, I'm fixing to drive into it."
Yeah. I had a customer come into the store on Friday when we were having our deluge, and he was like, "I pulled out for a while to wait it out, and they got back on the road again, and they caught up to the storm again." Like, well, you need to slow down. That's not
Tiffany, the Dirt Road Cinderella, says that's where she lives, up there, I guess, around Albany or something, right there in those mountains.
Yeah, I'm about 2.5, 3 hours. Yeah, but that's like great country up there. When you go
beautiful,
west.
yeah, Western New York or upstate New York. Yeah.
When I was in New Jersey, I was 4 years old, and we were at the McGuire Air Force Base. I have no idea where the hell that's at.
I don't know. Did I lose you, BG?
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where the McGuire Air Force Base is either.
I was just gonna.
Central Jersey. It's Central Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was right next to Lakehurst, I guess.
Yeah, Lakehurst, where the famous Hindenburg.
Right. My dad was a huge Hindenburg buff, so I remember he packed us all in the car and drove us to the naval base, and we got to see. They have this yellow painted anchor chain on the ground where the gondola crash landed. And that was in memoriam. And then a couple of, memorial posts and stuff like that there. And in the background, they still, at that time, what was it, 100 years ago? Yeah. When I was 4 years old, it was 100 years ago. They still had the what do they call those sheds for the hangars?
Yeah, they still have the blimp hangars down there.
They do.
A guy I used to work with 25 years ago teaching, his father was on the mooring teams. So he was there when the Hindenburg.
Oh, wow.
And actually, I was at his house, and he showed me, he had a piece of the girder of the interior of the Hindenburg, the structure. He had a serving tray with all the Nazi symbolism on it. He asked me, he goes, "What do you think this stuff is worth?" I go, "Do you probably have the largest private collection outside of the government?" Or I go, I don't know. I mean, you take this, he goes, "You think I could pay for my kid to go to college?" I go, "Well, you might be able to pay for 1 year."
Or maybe some textbooks, yeah.
I mean, 20 grand, but yeah. And I have a picture of my middle child. We were at an antique. It was an antique indoor flea market, and the Lakehurst historical group was there, and they had a piece of the interior, the framework, and I have a picture of my middle child holding it.
That's cool.
Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, fascinating history there. I think the moral of the story for the Hindenburg is don't cover your flying airships in rocket fuel, and you should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was what they mixed with the paint. It was
aluminum oxide or something like that,
Yeah.
which is a major ingredient in modern rocket fuel.
Yeah, and then on top of that, they may have made some like static electricity charge when making contact with the ground.
Exactly.
Because that area is humid, especially in from June to September, because that sand and the moisture just creates a lot of humidity in the air.
Mm-hmm. And they were dragging those lines around too.
Yeah.
Chet was saying that his grandmother, as a kid, watched the Hindenburg fly over Jersey City the day it crashed.
Charlton says that he's in Portland, and he says the spring and the fall is schizophrenic. 100%, man. Yeah, I did have a really good time living up there. I used to go to Bridgetown Hobbies. That's where our club used to meet every month on, I think it was the first Wednesday. Really great group of guys. And just made me, after I moved out of there, I really just wanted to find another group that awesome to hang out with again.
Well, that's the great thing about the whole interwebs. You get that opportunity to meet and hang out with new people. We were talking about that on the 10 questions. One of the questions was,
dude, spoilers. I want to watch the thing.
Okay. Spoiler alert. I'll watch it. I'm going to post it up as soon as we get done here. I'll spend some time posting it up. Should be up by about 8:00 on the East Coast. But it was a lot of fun, man. We had a real big collection of people there. There's a lot of different opinions and a lot of fun for sure. Well, of course, anytime you get Matthew and Kelly Coons together and Mark Batson and we had a whole group of Irv was there. There's going to be some shenanigans, that's for sure.
I'll bet.
In fact, next week, Toots, I know we already talked to you about next week. See if that's available for you. The guys are going to be at another show next week, so
yeah, I'm around.
If Mr. BG, if you're available, love to have you.
Let me check my brain. Here, look, this is my calendar for the month.
That's a lot of colors.
Yeah, I had to color code everything. Let's see. That's October 5th.
Yep.
As Daffy Duck would say. Oh yeah, Linda's got a family call that day, so I am definitely available.
Sweet. Kelly Coons has committed to being on with us next week too, unless something changes for him. He said he'd be here next week.
Right on. Maybe you should send a link to Art too, so that he can ignore me in person.
Right, I did. I actually invited him to this one. He's able to come into the chat, but he has a thing. He told me what it was, and I've forgotten. But he has a thing he does every Sunday afternoon.
Oh, so right.
Coming on is not an option unless he came on for just an hour or so, which we can leave that door open for him too.
Yeah.
But I spoke to him this weekend. I was hoping to get him on, but again, he has that thing he does on Sunday afternoon. So, but maybe we can talk him into coming in for an hour or so.
Making it sound so mysterious.
I don't know what it is. I forgot. I have a short attention span.
Everybody's going to be like, "Oh, it could be this, could be this." It's like, no, it's actually just gets his koi fish.
It might be that he goes to church. I don't remember.
No, could be. I got to take my koi fish to the training class. It doesn't obey orders.
It doesn't obey orders. I know it shows the part and it shows where it kind of goes. I just don't understand how this is supposed to fit.
Well, you got to follow the flow chart. Will you be able to see it once it's put together? No, leave the part out.
Leave it out. Does it hold something?
It's part of the brakes. I think it's part of the drum brake system.
You can leave that out.
Especially if it's on the inside, you leave that out. Just put the hub over it, and they're not going to see it there anyway.
All right. So my nephew's 21st birthday party's today, and we have a test cake that Miss Linda made. It's a gin and tonic.
Oof.
Gin and tonic pound cake.
Oof.
I don't know. That doesn't sound right. Let me know. BJ, I mean, gin has no real flavor. I mean, I could see rum in pound cake.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. Oh, I'm going to have to tell the officer, sorry, I only had one piece of cake, officer. I don't know what this is over.
Is it good?
So,
It's really good. Yeah, you want to try some?
Yes, thank you.
I used part Graywell gin and part Edinburgh Gin Company makes a strawberry rhubarb liqueur
Ooh.
gin based.
Okay.
So it's got a little
Yeah.
more flavor to it. But I mean, it depends on the gin. I'm a little bougie with my gin, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she did the little drizzle on the top too, so that's good stuff,
nice.
boy.
Brian, Papa Z says you're forking around again.
Mhm. I am.
That sounds good with that rhubarb liqueur. That's right up my alley. I love me some rhubarb.
that stuff is really good too.
Yeah, really good.
Really
I only have rhubarb if it's in cake form, apparently.
Well, I can tell you that if you eat it right off the stalk, it's a lot like eating fiberglass. If you eat too much of it, it'll tear the inside of your mouth apart. But it's so good.
How the hell would you know what eating fiberglass would be like, dude?
They were
Have
hard
you looked
times,
at
man.
him lately?
They were hard
Brian
times
did
back
not
in the
grow
day.
up with the joys of rhubarb plant in the front yard. You know, whack off
Whack up and
get a
have
cup
at
of
it.
sugar, dip it in the sugar, and eat it raw.
That's it.
Yeah.
I did it for a long
The only thing
time.
we had in our front yard was our neighbor's dogs, and I wasn't eating that.
But the leaves are poisonous. You can only eat the stalk.
Yeah, that's my thing, is I don't want to eat something that's considered to be poisonous.
Just the leaves are poisonous, not the stalk.
Right. The
Yeah.
stalk, yeah. You don't want to eat the green part of the stalk. Only eat the red part.
Yep.
You eat that green part and you won't be leaving the bathroom for days. Ask me
Again,
how
Mike,
I
I
know.
want to know why you know that.
Well, you know.
Could be worse. Could be
Yeah.
fiberglass poisoning.
He
Could
ate
be
too
fiberglass
much
poison.
underripe rhubarb as a kid.
Oh, yeah.
That explains a lot.
But growing up in Vermont, it grew wild and people would plant it out in their front yards and whatever because it makes a
Yep.
pretty flower, or not a pretty flower, but a pretty leaf and all that.
Yeah.
But my biggest weakness was all the apple trees around there. I'd wait for the apples. They were not ready. They were still green, not Granny Smith green. I'm talking about red apples that were green, and they were bitter, but they were so good. But man, you had to be careful how many of those you ate too.
Yeah, it
Oh,
sounds like going to call off school the next day.
Mom could always tell when I ate too many of them. Knock, knock, knock. Nope, you can't come in. I'm not coming out for a minute.
Oh, that's awesome.
You've been in them damn apples again, haven't you?
You got what the hell's wrong with you?
That's
Why
funny.
you like that?
What makes you act like that? You got
What
worms?
makes you act like that?
Yep, it's like that and the vitamin C, the big vitamin C tablets, the chewable ones that were like cherry
Yeah.
flavored.
Oh, we need to talk about something else. You know, I mean, I'm just
Things you
watching.
ate as a kid that helped things along.
I'm just watching my subscriber count drop like a rocket.
Everybody's talking about the rhubarb though. And Shorty says he made that apple run a few times. I feel you, Shorty. I feel you.
Love that raw rhubarb. That doesn't quite sound right, Tom.
It's good though. It is good. Rhubarb pie. A lot of people will mix cherry and rhubarb together. Leave the cherry out for me. I love cherry, but I want it all rhubarb. I want the real thing, baby.
I don't know. It just looks like sunburned celery to me.
There's some of that, I guess. Oof. So how's it coming, Tooch? You gaining progress?
Yeah. The engine, except for all the chrome parts, is built, and I haven't added on the front. You know the
Yeah, the belts and the
I haven't added those on yet, and the fan, or the pipes yet.
All right. Are you mocking everything up first, then blowing it apart and building it, or are you just building?
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build sub assemblies because I'm going to have to paint.
Right.
And I want to paint. I really do want to paint this engine, that orange, and all the Putin colors, because I assume I can leave the hood open.
Yep.
Oh, that means I have to do wires and shit and stuff.
You don't have to.
I got all that lead
You don't
wire.
have to.
You don't have to. And BG, I think you would agree with me on this. That's a rabbit hole you got to be careful of because if you do wires and you got to do
The
hoses
wrong
and
wires. The color
Right.
wires. Yeah.
Either run,
Yep.
well, run color wire. That's kind of a running joke, but
It's all
to
about
me,
yellow.
if you do wires, then you got to do like hoses. You got to make it
Right.
all match. Where if you just leave it completely out, then it doesn't draw your attention. It's like it's either all or nothing, I guess is what I'm
Gotcha.
saying.
Yeah. Then the only thing that people will criticize you about is that your alternator's floating and has no no bracket or anchoring. But I had a buddy that had a theory that those alternators would spin so fast that they generated their own electrical field, and that thus would cause them to have an anti-gravity type of and the belt actually was holding it in place from floating away.
That's it. And the faster the belt would go, the more tension it would put on it because it's trying to throw it out of the orbit. I'm right there with you, BG. That math adds up to me.
1 + 2 + 2 + 1.
OmniWorks Lewis says, "Give me the rum cake minus the cake part." Now that I can relate to. I'm a bourbon guy, so you can keep all your cookies that have bourbon in them and all that. Just give me the bourbon part.
Well, did I ever share the story about the?
My middle child bakes a double chocolate bourbon cookie,
Ooh,
but I told him he can't use my good bourbon anymore.
did I ever share the bourbon ball story from my my adolescence?
I don't think I've heard the bourbon ball story.
Okay, cool. Because here it comes. When you're every year, the day after Thanksgiving, my mom would make a couple batches of bourbon and rum balls, and then she would wrap them in tin foil and put them into a container, and then hide them in the house someplace until Christmas Eve, and so that they would ferment real nice, and then Christmas Eve we would unwrap those little foil wrapped bourbon balls, and we would just go to town on those things. They were so tasty and awesome. Well, one year, my mom's making a batch and phone rings, so she goes up to go answer the phone and everything, and she comes back to sit down, and she couldn't remember where she left off the recipe, so she was like, well, this batch looks kind of dry. I guess I didn't put the booze in yet, so she puts in a double dose and then mixes it all up and then makes the balls and packs them away. And I was like, I'm surprised they didn't eat through the tinfoil. Come Christmas Day that year, we're waiting for my sister and her husband to come over so we can start doing Christmas. And my dad and I got into the rum balls, and it's like 65 degrees in the house, but we're taking off our sweaters like it's hot in here. Why is it so warm in here? Oh my God, I can't stand up. That was good times.
Good times for sure.
My mom's like, what is wrong with these? I doubled the recipe.
John Hennon, yeah, that was my gateway drug, the Wild Turkey 101. That was my gateway.
Wild Turkey is a highway to hell, dude.
Well, that is some, yeah. I can tell some stories about drinking that, but I'll leave those for another day. But once I finally graduated from the 101 and started drinking good bourbon, well-made bourbon, it's really good stuff. But yeah, I drink that 101 and 5.6 at that time, 145 pounds turned into 7.8, 350 pounds. I thought I was a machine, buddy.
Yeah, that was my my Uncle Bob's favorite drink of choice. We would go visit them, and my Aunt Joanne and Linda would each have a glass of wine, and then me and Uncle Bob would, like, I swear to God, he'd just give you a mug and then fill it up. And if you took a sip, you put more in.
Well, the good news is if you're driving around and drinking Wild Turkey, which I absolutely don't recommend, but if you run out of gas, you can pour the Wild Turkey into the fuel tank and your car will go like hell. For a little while.
For a little while. There we go. I got an aluminum can.
I forget who it was, but somebody asked a really good question about printed oil pans. That's a good question. I don't know if I've ever seen printed oil pans, but that might be something for somebody to get into, because those two-piece ones, you always got the seam. When it's two halves of a motor, you always got that seam running down the middle that you either have to work out or live with. So you might want to email guys like Joel, Josh
Well,
at VCG or Matthew.
Or check out my buddy Ben over at Moss Rods. He does 3D printing also. Matter of fact, do I have that stuff around here? I do. My friend Ben sent this stuff here as a kind of a thank you for something else that we were doing. But he prints in black resin. Check that out.
Oh, that is cool.
So he did these steelies, and they have the 5-bolt pattern, and man, they're almost like it's almost like they're transparent. I'm sorry this camera sucks so much.
Those look good though. There you go, right there. Yeah, that shows them. Hell yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So they even have like these are great for garage dioramas and stuff because it has the let's see if I can do this here.
Oh, it has like the
right stepping inside the rim.
Right inside the wheel. That's cool.
Yeah. And then what else did he send me? He sent me some bomber seats.
Hang on just a second, BG. Tom and John, y'all have good nights, guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking us out. Hanging out.
All right, thanks, guys.
Adios.
Let's see, some bomber seats.
Hell yeah.
And then these actually have different pads that you can put in there, so you can paint those a different color if you want.
Nice.
As you see, they got the hole in the center there.
And who's that again, BG?
Moss Rods.
Moss Rods. Cool.
He's on Facebook. Ben Mossing.
Moss Rods. All right.
Buddy of mine. We're hoping to see him when we go out to California next month. And check out, here's a supercharger for a flathead engine.
Oh, that's cool.
Twin single carbs.
Don't blow that up, Mike.
Now, hang on. Here I am gawking at it, and I could be thanks, dude.
There we go.
Hell
yeah. So
again, a little difficult to see in the being all black, but you can check it every now and then. It's good looking stuff.
Hold it on an angle because it's on the build plate. That's
there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So it's got the intake plenums and stuff like that, and then the actual intake manifold itself, and then like little airbrush compressors. You get there. You go.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this one I was super excited about. This is a winch.
Hell
so
yeah.
It's got the hook, the winch motor. All you need to do is add the cable, and it's even got the little bit that goes through the bumper with the wheel with the rollers on there.
Yeah, that's called a Fairlead.
A Fairlead?
Yep, it's called a Fairlead. That is a cable-based Fairlead with the 4 rollers.
Yeah.
And if you have a synthetic winch line, then the Fairlead kind of just looks like a aluminum block, a slotted aluminum block where that.
Oh, okay. I've seen those too.
Yeah.
And then this one I was super excited about because I need to find a build to put these on. Water skis.
What? That's cool.
Yeah.
That's way cool. Build a nice truck with a bass boat behind it or the boat behind it, especially those old Chris Craft boats.
Yeah. You know what? I do have something like that. And then so this one's going to my gasser build. These
shoe gas pedals?
Yeah, shoe gas pedals.
Yeah, those are cool.
And then this one, he was just showing off with these. They get these out. Here we go. License plates with my logo.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
That is too cool.
Yeah.
So that's going to be your little Easter egg signature on all your kits now, right?
Yeah, it's a lot better than my obligatory thumbprint someplace in the paint.
That's really
cool. Check him out on Facebook, Ben Mossing, Moss Rods. He also has a YouTube channel. It's called Moss Rods.
Moss Rods. All right.
He modifies. He builds models. Does a great job building models. Does a lot of his own design work. I actually asked him to design a set of intake heads for a flathead engine. They're the Baron style heads. If you're not familiar with those, you got to look them up because they're fascinating pieces of technology. And so he was able to whip those up for me real fast. And for a custom build I got to do for a friend of Linda's. And then he's like, "What else do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know." So he's like, "Oh, I'll surprise you." And the next thing I know, I was surprised. So
very cool. And to see him printing in black, that's different. Most guys are
sure
doing
is.
gray and whatever, but
I think it's cool if a 3D printer that has like a signature color, because VCG has that super dark color. Iceman has a lighter color. MCV even seems like he even has his own kind of color thing going on too. So it's kind of cool. These guys all have a signature color they're working with. Okay, that's it. I'm done.
all right, one more time with the name. Moss
Rods. Let me see if I can.
Rods. All right. I wanted to write that
Yeah.
down. Moss Rods. Yeah, Brian Connell was like the Revell Hemi Hydro Kit or the AMT boats would be really cool to have no water skis sticking out the back of it.
Yeah. Let's see here. So here he is on Facebook.
Ben Mossing.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
But
he's gonna get a whole ton of friend requests right now.
right.
I'm gonna give BG a call. Don't you ever do that to me again.
What did you do, man? What did you do?
I got 42 friend requests in like 5 seconds.
Oh, there's Justin. Guess he's still alive. This was one of my favorite builds by Ben. His lowered taco truck.
Oh, that is cool. Wow. Of course, it's tacos, so BG's always in for a taco.
Oh, dude, I was all over that. And he's like, the only mistake I made was I put the open taco side, sale side on the lower end, so nobody can see it. But I was like, yeah, dude, that's killer. And yeah, this is another one of his.
That is way cool.
Yeah, he's a talented person. Oh wait, this is somebody else. Ben had commented. I'm sorry, that's somebody else's. Whoops. But yeah, check out his stuff, man. He's got some good stuff. See if we can't get him for the podcast.
Yeah. Life on Wheels. Moss Rods. And again, we'll mention it one more time as we're getting here closer to, we're creeping up on 2 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know that maybe you hadn't heard it already. The I'm sorry, BG, let me get you down off the big screen, bud.
Yeah, help me down.
Here's a hand down. The new Model Mania podcast is out. I know for sure it's on Spotify and it's on Apple. That's the new podcast with myself, Mr. BG, Jason Hanscom, Jody Doyle, and Justin Ryan. So you guys go check that out. Give us a rating, please. Especially, where is it, BG? He's not doing it. There it is. We need the 5-star rating. We appreciate it for sure. Go check it out, guys. Tell us what you think. And on that note, we are creeping up on our 2 hours. So, BG, you want to go ahead and sign off?
Sure. Good night. Bye.
That was easy. How about, where can they find you?
Well, if you want to see more of this crap, then you can check me out on BG Model Workshop on the YouTubes, or you can find me on Facebook under Brian Gugamos. Also, check out BG's Scale Model Workshop. We have a Facebook page that's being run by the awesome Tiff. She's doing an awesome job with that, and I always can't say enough good things about her and the help she gives. So check us out there, and on that Facebook page, you can post any type of model genre you want: automotive, military, sci-fi, Gundam. Love the Gundams.
Absolutely.
So there you go. Or if you're in the Phoenix area, you can stop by Andy's Hobby headquarters any given day and find me there behind the counter, staring at the floor, wondering why there's nobody in the store.
Sounds good. Who was it? Steven? Was it Steven or Dean? One of y'all hit the nail on the head. Y'all be sure before you check out to hit that like button. Give us a big old thumbs up. We appreciate that for sure. Next up, Mr. Tooch.
Hey, thanks for having me on again and getting me out of my comfort zone and taking me back to when I was 12 years old building a car kit.
That's it. That's what we do. Bring it back to your youth.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun, and thanks for having me. And build what you love what you build.
Amen.
Nicely said.
Great advice. Great advice.
And what about you, Mike? Where can we find you?
Well, it's me, old Mike, the Scale Model Outlaw. You can find me on the YouTubes and the Facebook, same name. Again, be sure and check out the new Model Car Mania podcast. We have a Facebook page that you can check out, and our brand new first ever episode has dropped. It's on Spotify and Apple for sure right now, and probably within a day or so, it will be on all of your major Spotify or major podcast forms.
Platforms.
So, platform. So we're looking forward to that. Please check it out. Leave us a 5-star review. Tell us what you think on the YouTube page, and if you got some show ideas, some questions, and doesn't look like at his Instagram, so don't look there. Yeah, I don't do much of my Instagram, so don't look there. I do have one, but I don't do much there because, well, I'm not that familiar with it. But
because of the court order, yeah.
Because of the court order, right? Not allowed to go there. And you can definitely find us here from Sunday or on Sundays from 4 to 6. Again, the guys will be out next week, so it looks like maybe we'll have Mr. BG. Mr. Toot says he'll be back. May have Kelly Coons on. He's in. As long as nothing changes for him, he'll be in, and maybe have some more surprise hosts for you guys next week. So again, thank you, chat. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Y'all have a great week. Be safe. Be kind to each other. And as always, keep on modeling. Till next week, y'all. See ya.
Yep.
And